change in your heart. Feel a little gratitude. Together we can change the tide with you. Together we can change the world with you.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lanel Connection. It's 2012 and I'm happy to have a very good friend and mentor, Michael Stevenson of ThruTransformDestiny. He is the founder, president of ThruTransformDestiny. I have personally attended all his events in 2011 and I tell you that it is my honor and pleasure to have him speak to you today regarding his upcoming event, Change the Tide, a charitable event that's going to empower a lot of people, our brothers and sisters who are veterans, unemployed and underemployed. And it is my hope that with his empowering message today, with love, hope, and an encouragement, most of us out there will be able to support this noble project of his. That's why I invited him over. I would like to describe to you more about Michael Stevenson. Aside from him being a friend and a mentor, I know that he will be soon speaking in an international event in Australia. He is a magnificent speaker and I have seen him changing the lives of a lot of people, and he has this heart for people who want to go out there, be leaders, be transformed, and just, you know, have that dreams of them come alive. And you know that the Lanel Connection always supports people, speakers, as well as, you know, transformational mentors like Michael Stevenson here, who really want to help people to grow and live their dreams, of course, with passion. Lanel Connection is all about converting your passion to possibilities and profits. This is going to be like an empowering conversation, I guarantee you. So, welcome to 2012, Michael.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So tell us something about your 2012 resolution, so we can somehow say to our viewers here what good it is that you have for them this 2012.
Well, you know, at the beginning of the year is when most people set their resolutions.
Yes.
Right, and this has become almost a joke, is that every year people say, my resolutions, and everybody knows that whatever resolutions they set are going to be, they're probably not going to be a success. You know, it's just sort of become the running joke. And the funny thing is, when most people set resolutions, what they do is they come to an end of the year, like 2011, and they look back on the year and they say, what is it that I didn't like about the year? And those things that they didn't like, they try to carry that forward into the new year to become kind of a new message or a new motivation or whatever. And so they say, I'm going to set resolutions. For 2012, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, or I'm going to find the love of my life, or I'm going to double my income, or whatever it is. But what we find is that the things that tend to drive us in life are not always things that are going on in the moment. Right? When it comes to resolutions, people are always looking toward the past. What is it from my past that I disliked, and how am I going to have that help me going into the future? And so that's one of the things that I've been specializing in over the last 10 plus years.
Yes.
Is helping people overcome those things from the past that hold them back. Because I know, you know, at the end of the year we always say, well, I'm overweight, so my resolution is I'm going to lose 50 pounds. But how many people actually lose the 50 pounds?
Well, I don't, for sure.
How many people actually go out and do what they need to do to meet that love of their life? How many people actually double their income? Because the fact is, the things from the past that created those results in the first place will come through and carry through with you into the new year.
Right.
And the fact is, you know, where we are, any given point where you are in your life, there's always two influences. And I work with people with the subconscious mind. I started off as a hypnotherapist, and I've done neurolinguistic programming and time techniques, and I've been helping people for over a decade using these tools. And one of the things that I've found over the last decade in working with people is that there's always two influences that come together to create your results now. There's all the things from the past, all of the memories that you've ever had from the past, all the way back till childhood, even memories that you're not aware that you remember, things at the subconscious level will influence you in the now.
So that explains why that even in my life, I've always felt that experience when I feel like I'm stuck. Like, what am I doing?
Right.
What's happening to me? Why am I coming back to my old experiences over and over again? And I just can't get over it. I mean, at one point I'll make a one step forward, and then later on I'll be holding back again. I'm stuck. Is there any particular explanation on that one?
Yeah, I think, a lot of times, one of the things that drives us most at the unconscious level or the subconscious level is our values. Your deep core values are the things that will drive you in life, and most people tend to think of values as overall empowering, but they're not always empowering. For instance, if your parents had negative views about money, or if your parents had negative views about people who have money. So, for instance, there's always these views that kind of ripple through society, such as, rich people are evil, rich people are bad. There's the biblical quote that we hear over and over again, which is the love of money is the root of all evils. Money is the root of all evils, which is actually a misquote. And it's become such a pervasive belief of people that not even just Christian people, but also Jewish people as well. That quote, "Money is the root of all evils," is actually a misquotation from the Bible.
Oh, okay. So that means to say that because it's part of our DNA.
Almost, yeah.
And DNA would mean from where we come from, right? So we were born with it.
Right.
It's not just about yesterday, 2 days ago, a week ago, a year ago, or we were born with that belief from our parents, from our grandparents, and so then if you still have it in your system, you're stuck with it, and then you're not going to go forward. Like everybody's
every
concerned,
time you move forward, it's going to get you stuck again.
Like everybody always dreams of having financial prosperity. That's what it is all about.
Sure.
Every time the new year comes, everybody wishes for. That's why we always wish everybody like a prosperous new year.
But here's where the sticking point is that if at the unconscious level, subconsciously, if you believe that people who have a lot of money are bad or evil, your subconscious mind, being very highly moral part of you, will say, your conscious mind will say, I want money, I want lots of money, and your unconscious mind will go, but I don't want to be evil.
Right. Just so, it's an unveiling of a hidden belief that it's not valid.
Right.
It's not a valid belief, and for all you know, I grew up with this. Honestly, I can resonate with what you're saying, and I have attended his events, Michael Stevenson's events, and I realized that it was not right for me to get stuck on that belief. So since I've done that event with him, I grew with a passion of telling myself something must be done and something must change, and it is a decision, my choice to do it. But of course the process is not easy. It may be easy for some, but for me it wasn't. But Michael will tell you that it is easy. So how did you tell me, Michael, the time when I say it's difficult for me, like I was resisting it at that time, right? And what was it that you told me at that time?
I believe it was I told you that you were trying to handle it with your conscious mind. And one of the things that we need to learn to do, if you look at societies around the world, especially Eastern societies, the unconscious mind is highly revered. People learn from a very young age to meditate. They learn to do they learn to do things that connect them with their inner selves and get them aligned. Here in Western society, the unconscious mind is not only not revered, it's almost shunned. We are, from the time period of 11, 12 years old, it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, but mostly with boys, we are told, stop pretending, put away the toys and the G.I. Joes, and put away the dollies, and quit your crying, and grow up. And that's done to varying degrees, right? There are some parents who are very strict on that, and there are other parents who are a little more lenient. But the message in society is that we are to abandon our emotions, which emotions come from your subconscious mind. Most of the jobs that we get into are completely uncreative. We're unstimulated. And what we do is we end up trying to live our whole life with only our conscious mind. And one of the things I tell people is, if you are trying to live your whole life with your conscious mind only, it's such a tiny sliver of your whole mind.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to live your whole life from that, it's like trying to win a poker game with one card.
Yeah, I've been reading and hearing from transformational speakers like you that there's only like a tiny percentage of our subconscious mind that we use. How small is it?
Your conscious mind is only 0.006% of your entire mind.
Oh really? Oh my God! And all along I thought I am so brilliant enough, magnificent enough, trying to orchestrate the life that I want.
Yeah.
But honestly, I have to go deeper.
Yes. You have access to, if you use the tools and if you develop the connection, you have access to a full 99.994% of your mind, which most of us in Western society just don't have access to. We've been told to cut it off and shut it out and ignore your emotions, ignore your feelings. If you have a job that you hate, just keep put your nose to the grindstone and you keep going every day. And and people develop these beliefs in their life that, for instance, they just don't deserve to have the things that they want, or that's just the hand that life dealt them, and you just have to go with whatever you're thrown. And there's people who believe that it's just fate.
Yes.
And the fact, one of the things that I always say is fate is overrated. Learn to choose your destiny, transform your
just
destiny.
like from my culture, it's an indulgence and it's worth it. So I'm not saying that I don't live with the culture's beliefs anymore, but it's just like tapering it off because it's not helping us.
Reach in your heart, feel a little gratitude. Together we can change the tide with you. Together we can change the world with you.